It was one of my first four. And at that point, I had eight booked, and she was my ideal client, and no discovery call was required. She just was like, how do I sign up to work with you one to one? And that alone, that close was a $25,000 close for me, which I would have had to hustle so much harder for anywhere else. She just felt immediately connected to my story, immediately connected to what I do and what she desired and what she needed in her business. And I'm still working, I'm 4 months in working with her. And she's like, I am so glad that I found that podcast that day. So, yeah,
I
that's my
love
biggest
that.
one.
Everyone say yay in the chat for Catherine because that is so, so huge to have somebody. Number one, I love that you got to take some time off this summer and be offline and have your podcast going live. I also noticed that there are, there's ebbs and flows with how like active we are on social media. And I was also realizing that for myself. I was like, oh, we still have consistent downloads of our podcast, but I'm like, oh, it's probably because I've done all these podcast interviews that are dropping. So our past, like when we're guests on podcasts, our past selves are marketing for our current selves. And it is really, really fun to be able to take time off and be like, oh, people are still listening to my episodes. They're finding me. That's amazing. And then to have somebody hear you on a podcast, send you a DM and just say yes, that is huge.